Well, I'm going to be eating crow sure shortly because I just said in my last video to my Anthony Davis that I couldn't see a trade with DeMarcus Cousins because I got to give it up for my man Daryl Sloan was the one that first informed me about this rumor about Boogie DeMarcus Cousins being traded to the Pelicans, and I was thinking, well, the only way they could a trade like that would work if they trade Davis straight up for him, and I don't see why Davis would okay a trade going from one bad team to another team just as bad, just about, right? And they pulled it off, man. I had to wait because I wanted ESPN to confirm it because, as some of you guys might remember, last week I did a video, which is actually wrong, by the way, but I was basing it on information that, that seemed accurate, that Jahlil Okafor was be traded from Philadelphia to the Bulls. That turned out to be incorrect. So I wanted to wait until I see a definitive source verify this, and ESPN did it, and that's it. So the trade officially is DeMarcus Cousins to the Pelicans for Buddy Hield, Tyreke Evans, who's going back to Sacramento, where he was Rookie of the Year, I believe, Langston Galloway, one future first-round pick, and one second-round pick. So what does this mean? Well, this means that the Pelicans all of a sudden got the best front court in the NBA by far, and they've improved exponentially. Are they a championship caliber team? I don't think so. I don't think they're a championship caliber team, but they do improve. Right now, they're 23-34 on the year. Now, with this addition, they're just a couple of games out of the 8th seed in the Western Conference. This might be enough. It should be enough, in my opinion, to push them into the playoff to contention. Now, you gotta get these guys acclimated with one another, playing with each other. I don't know how these things how they might mesh with one another, but it remains to be seen. I know one thing: if I were a playoff team, and these guys are just starting to get more acclimated and play with each other better around the time playoff starts, if they are so fortunate to get the playoffs, I wouldn't want to play against this team. But it's interesting that just a couple of weeks ago, the Kings, the owners were saying by no means were they going to trade DeMarcus Cousins. Then all of a sudden, I think because of some type of rant that he went on about the Warriors or something following a game, and then the 17th technical of the season, which resulted in a one-game suspension, and they've been having more issues rethinking DeMarcus Cousins' temperament, and that's it. He's no longer a member of the Sacramento Kings, just like that. Just introduced during their All-Star game as a All-Star from Sacramento. I didn't like the way they did that, though, man, because it's like you basically got rid of him just when you could sneak and get rid of him. Like, let's get rid of him right now. While he's just finishing an All-Star game, let's break this trade. I mean, like, we no longer want your services. Whatever, I'm pretty sure you can use this as motivation. DeMarcus Cousins, I don't like the way this trade went down. I thought the timing of it was fucked up. Wow, I'm shocked. I didn't see this coming. I didn't think that DeMarcus Cousins would be traded before Carmelo Anthony. Okay, and it started to even look like Anthony may not be traded. But you never know with the way that the NBA is right now. And Cousins didn't want to be traded. Now, this is another thing. I know a lot of fans like to get on these players and say they're not loyal to their teams. You know, you're disloyal. You make all this money, you run to this team. And sometimes I get into that too, talking about LeBron. You know, but I'm not necessarily talking about loyalty to a team. I'm talking more about loyalty to the fan base and stuff like that, or to the owners. I'm not talking about to the owners. I'm talking about more to the team, the fans, and whatever. But these owners aren't loyal. These owners see these players as property, and if you voice your opinion in any way, shape, or form, they'll get rid of you. So like I said, I'm still in shock, guys. I will say this. All of a sudden, at a little bit after midnight, February 20th, 2017, all of a sudden, I think it's going to be, all of a sudden, many people are just awakening from their amnesia. And lo and behold, for some reason, they're thinking, well, you know, I don't know what I was before, but I'm suddenly a Pelicans fan. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be Pelican fans. Hey, man, I'm like this team on low for a long time. Oh, all of a sudden the arenas are going to start picking up a little bit, you know. You know how that goes, man. I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of the season Joe Bud will be switching to the Pelicans. You know how he go. My nemesis Joe Bud, you fucking fanboy, you. But tell me what you guys think, man, about this trade. Because like I said, I'm shocked. I didn't think that they would pull this trade off. First of all, like I said again, props to Darryl Sloan because he's the first guy to tell me about it. I dismissed it. Thought it was bullshit. But DeMarcus Cousins is now a Pelican.